There's a lot of pressure applied on leadership to ensure that they push government to corner to ensure that at the end we return to the bargaining council, because we have emphasized several times that any condition of service alteration or improvement must be pronounced at the bargaining council, and therefore that meant that there was a lot of pressure applied on us, and it was very evident that if we cannot act within that stipulated time, there's a likelihood that a lot of members can leave unions and join other parties, and therefore that was a challenge. But the other challenge that we see continuously government failing to appreciate and respect the same laws that were made by by National Assembly. And when we see a government in a democratic setup failing to appreciate and respect the rule of law, you will understand there are serious problems. And if BOFEPUSU for too long had said they are prepared to ensure that they do whatever business they do within the confinement of law. And this is why every time when we are at loggerheads with government or the employer, we go to court of law, so that as an institution established by Parliament, they can then adjudicate between ourselves and the employer or government. That needs to be emphasized every time, that we are not friends of law, friends of courts. We go to courts because we are convinced that it is the only cause of law that can mediate where there is a stalemate between the employer and the employees. I think you must assist us to make public understand that we don't like courts. We go to court because there are pressing issues that need to be solved by court of law. If it was elsewhere, we'll be taking arms, we'll be taking stones, because in neighboring countries, you know, whenever there's any challenge between the employer and the employee, they go to the street.
Re sekasekile itshwelelo ya lehatshe la Botswana, ra sekaseka itshwelelo ya mahatshe a Afrika ka ha e dirang ka teng le a bophirima jalo le jalo a ileng gore a na le a bearing or influence on the performance of our economy. Jaanong ra be re lebelela jaaka ke buile le ya rona ka ha e dirang ka teng in terms of exports, imports, jalo le jalo. Ra be re lebelela gape the cost of living gore ditlhwatlhwa tsa dijo, ditlhwatlhwa tsa petrol, ditlhwatlhwa tsa rent le tse dingwe hela jalo di oketsegile. Re lebeletse yone inflationary burden jaaka re kile ra supa pele gore the Village Commission e kile ya recommenda gore away from salary increment go tshwanetse ga address ya the inflationary burden e leng gore e kokonela the purchasing power ya madi a leng gore ba direla puso ba na le yone. Me up to now that has not been addressed. Me ha le lebelela the cumulative inflation the past 5 years it can around about 35%. Yani ile gore ke ka ha madi a babereki a kokonetsweng ka teng. That is why we continue to say, despite rena le batho ba ileng gore ba bereka, we have the working poor ba ileng gore their conditions of service, their status of life e ba dira even below the poverty that time line. O ke tse director a DPSM o ke tsa re morupisi ka sebe a re o ke tsa ka 4%. Jaanong se se neng sa gamatsa ke gore one, there is a bargaining council in terms of the Public Service Act. It is singularly mandated to deal with issues of salary negotiations, conditions of service, and other issues tsa employee welfare. Go tlhalosa molao wa Parliament o dirilweng ke Parliament. Secondly, the matter is still before court. Ka gore ke bona ba rileng ga go tseo e tshwetso epe ka dikgang tsa disalary ha go santse go na le kgang ko court. Or at that material time the matter was subjugate because it was still to be determined by court. So ga gona motho e leng gore o na tshwanetse go ba ka heta mo matter o santse mo emetse go decide ke di court. Jaanong ke sone se se neng sa dira gore ka la bothano wa bekene e he jaanong re approach a court on urgent application to interdict the 4% in a yokediwa ke remoropis on the same reasons hela jaaka tsa 3%, but it's a severe ka gore the matter is pending before court. A similar matter is pending before court. Go determine gore go te go iwa ka tselentsenya. Me ba bereki bona ba ne ba bonelwa gore BOFEPUSU ke yone sa bateng ba okeletswa di salary. Ke yone di andi salary ka di court case. Me lo go deliberate government in cahoots with BOPEPUSU, they deliberately make the bargaining council dysfunctional. Be ba kota ka ba bargaining council ga e bereke mo go diriswa le justification gore in ne ke te BOFEPUSU ga e direle ba bereki sent gore ba thobo ga BOFEPUSU le makgotla a BOFEPUSU ba bangwe ba hella ba tswa mo di union environment ke ena ka ba kanyetsa botoka. Mele short-sighted thinking, because government yo serious o tshwantsa promote collective bargaining, o tshwantsa respect the workers and trade union rights for purposes of harmonious labor relations, stability in the country, prosperity in the country. Le ene go America yan government yo akanya ngoro ka thuwe makgotla ba bereki, that is short-sighted ka gore makgotla ba bereki ona ka thuwe. Ibile ha o dira jang o ba a reason to struggle ka ra o iketilela go kgona le ba go re tshukudi ba teng me a go nna le mathata a motono ke gona di trade union di nna relevant teng jana ke sone se se neng sa dira gore re be re le go court ka se ka dilo tsotsi jana wa thola gore directive number 4 of 2016 yene you get the salary negotiation got 3% unilateral last year. It's being set aside. It's being reviewed and set aside, and it is of no force and effect. Kore ko kelezo ditero yene yi dirwa ka ngwaga e hitileng gone ka April ka directive ene jano e segelwa ka hatho ga isa tholele mo tirisong ka gore go keletso ditiro yo ene se ka molao gore go tshwana le ise nnete sa bobedi. In determining the question of the scope of the bargaining council, he determined gore bargaining council is not a trade union like go mo metarangolo wa FNB go go neng gote banka e ka okeletsa ba ile gore ba non unionized. In this case, it was determined or bargaining council it's not a trade union, it's a joint industrial council. Hone meet is clear or the trade union, I think it's a management. I listen to management to go back a former employers organizations. Beba Patagana de Babueli di government take military union, I think it's a management. But what is clear gore bargaining council as a joint industrial council, regardless of whether you are non-unionized or unionized, managerial or non-managerial. More the trade of the bargaining council, the collective labor agreement desire, the binder BOFEPUSU.
Judge, le whenever the prescribed like a parliament. Me have so we rejala a celebrate this one. Why the prescribed like a parliament take over? Keep out, Baba Satswana will let a back and come Muso no Tempuna Murupisi and Abu and Kanisha Zabone. They give an open green yellow Nango Marabana Ali. I transit over at the any moment, Babu Bona 200,000. Yam judgment Tama Ban says a ranky. Says a ranky Murupisi and 200,000 to the Lomo. Hakaka Mon Hakaka Monaco, Uga Ukola like a Public Service Act. Midi Piero Tote Tabat Baba Lauranka Public Service Act. The Abu negotiate to a go cancel relating Ridi Rebola. Says a rancy. Says a Jam, what Pateresa or Janu. Ban said the judgment what they go so. How can I get the judge, my president? How not say per the judge? Right, the judge, you should sort of do Reaga Parliament, in never prescribe. I want the judge, you do a leisure, let back to Barata by independent. This is any petrol, judgment, Dama, one have pera, Yera Hori, Ireland, Telecauta, Menta, Hota, Aguato, Tava, Sierra Court, how we quell BOFEPUSU Kakala is poor. Hakuna Veta Vasa to Marani with negotiations. a ba re wa go ira ka ntse ba dira wa go duela batho ga gona o tla irang jalo go a patelesega gore ga ba di-negotiations re dumalane re neelane ga re sa neelane ga gona o tlang go ipa botoka a duela batho ga ke ga nna jalo.
The Voice speaks for itself.